Merry Christmas, everybody! It is almost here. Happiest holidays to you. In today's project, I am going to be putting together a very festive holiday outfit, one that I've been working on for a while because I've had in mind this vision of a peppermint themed outfit. I love red and white. I love the peppermint candy shape. I think you can do a lot of fun things with design with that. So I went on a quest to find the perfect peppermint themed fabric, and then I searched my local Joann's fabric store for some little items that I could make some matching accessories with. And I also tried out a new pattern for a peasant blouse, and this pattern turned out to work really well. So come along on the holiday adventure. Maybe this will get you inspired to try making a few of your own things. I'll show you the pattern, show you how I ended up working with it, and what I ended up styling this very pepperminty blouse, hopefully, and accessories with. Come along on a little holiday crafting adventure, and I'll show you what we're working with. I was so excited to find this fabric at Joann's. Oh my gosh. I was looking all over for peppermint printed fabric. I couldn't find it. And suddenly I thought to look in a section that usually just had solid colored fabrics. And lo and behold, there was a group of holiday bolts of fabric that I guess hadn't been able to fit with the rest or something. And they were in a different place. And there's the fabric. Oh, I love this red and maroon with kind of a creamy white background. I love the print. It's kind of retro, but a little bit bold and graphic at the same time. Anyway, I am really excited about this pattern. I recently purchased this one for kind of a simple dolman sleeved, kind of a peasant blouse, but just really basic. I have tried this one just to test out the pattern, and it was pretty fun. It was a very comfortable shirt. I liked the fluttery sleeves. They were pretty comfortable, but the body of the shirt still came up high enough under the arms for me. And I gotta say, it was pretty roomy. Like, even though I made it with a pretty drapey fabric, like, it was just really wide on me. So, seems to be, you know, kind of a very full garment. I think the one we're going to do today is A. So yeah, keeping things as simple can be. I may shorten the length a little bit. I may raise the neckline a little bit. I did also notice that that V is really deep when I made this. So you could raise that if you want. I might keep it as is and wear something under it. Keep things family friendly. We'll see. But yeah, I think this is what we're aiming for. I think I'm going to size down one size because when I made this in my size that I would normally pick for my bust size, it was a little extra big. It looked a little off to me. So I'm going to try sizing down. Hopefully that'll be okay. And let's take a look at our pattern. See what we're doing, people. You can tell I've got some of my notes of things I learned from the first time I made this. Okay, so if we're making A, then we're basically going to have, well, let's see, we need 2 front pieces. We need a back piece. And then the sleeves have 2 pieces to them as well. And then we have a long strip for our neck facing as well. So going to be pretty simple construction. Hopefully, knock on fabric. But hey, simple is what we need these days. So let's roll with that thought. So once we get it all cut out, what are we doing? Awesome. Okay, so we got to sew the 2 front pieces together. And then we'll put in a little bit of gathering stitching on the front and back neckline. Oh, and then we'll use our seam allowance. Roll that seam allowance under and stitch it down to make that finished edge for the V in front. That's cool. Okay, then stitch our fronts to our backs. Hey, these sleeves are kind of cool. They have 2 pieces to them to make that poofy peasant sleeve. And yep, we're going to just be putting a little bit of elastic in that arm cuff. All right, these other directions are for some of the variations. I do want to try this one with the tie cuff sleeves. That's kind of cute. And of course, this is the pattern piece for the flutter sleeve, which is fun. Doing these dolman sleeves is kind of nice because the sleeve helps make the shoulder area for you. So you don't have to worry about trying to fit a sleeve into a specific size hole or anything. Pretty easy to get that sleeve on there. That's what we got to do. And then we got to use that strip of fabric to stitch it around the neckline. Let's take a look at that a little bit more. Oops, a wrong pattern piece. There we go. Now, when I did this the first time, I do remember this part being a little tricky. I wasn't sure if it was going to fit or not. But yeah, you're stitching the neck facing onto the front, and then you flip it over to the back and stitch it down again so we have a nice finished edge. Looks complicated. Hopefully I won't make it complicated. It worked last time. It did work. It took a little finagling, but it worked. Then we hem everything. Oh, and of course they've got this cool pattern for this extra belt piece that you could do. I haven't tried that yet, but it's kind of cool. I think I might want to try that in like a velvet fabric or something for like a holiday look. Yeah, maybe like a dressier thing. That could be fun. Okay, guys. We cut out the pieces. And then let's get started on the fronts and the backs. Well, lots of progress going on, guys. We've got some sleeves. We got the body of the shirt. It's time to attach the 2 together. So I'm going to get to pinning and then get to sewing on that. I think next step after that, we need to attach the neck facing around the neck. So those are the 2 things I'm going to be working on right now. Just a note, I have been doing a zigzag stitch on all of those raw edges on this garment and on the sleeves there, just to try to help reduce a bit of fraying. I don't have a serger, but if I did, that's what I would use. All right, let's dive in on those sleeves. We're going to switch over to time lapse and show you what I'm doing. Well, good morning, everybody. It is the next day, and look, we kind of have a shirt. This is exciting. Okay, last night you saw me getting in those sleeves. You can see that seam there for those dolman sleeves, kind of making the shoulder as well as the sleeves. And then I did start putting the neck facing on. And this part is a little fiddly because you have to line up all these little notches and markings, and they're parts of the shirt that you gather, like you gather the front parts, and then you got to gather the back to make it all fit and stuff. So that took a little bit of time, but you know, all the markings really helped and stuff. So I did sew this neck facing bit on there, you know, right sides together. Let's take a look at the next step, also kind of what's going on over here. We have something weird happening. Let me get a little closer up here and we'll take a peek. Okay, well, you can tell on this side of the neck facing, I've got a little bit of extra facing, about, 5/8 of an inch. That is, standing out from that V-neck. That's the way it's supposed to be. On this side, I had the same thing, but I've done a little bit of stitching. Folded this in half and stitched right along the edge, trying not to catch this V-neck fabric. What on earth's going on there? Okay, I'm trying to make this look like this. They're asking us to fold the ends of the binding in half with right sides together and stitch the ends. What are they trying to have us do? Well, they're trying to make it so we have a nice finished edge here on our neck binding, and they also want us to be able to flip this neck binding to the inside so that it will cover all the raw edges, and then we can pin it down and sew it and everything will be beautiful. Did this take me some time the first time I tried this? Yeah, it didn't quite work in my brain. An important thing that I had missed the first time I did this, they tell you to sew the neck binding on with a 1/2 inch seam allowance. I'd sewn it on with like 5/8, and that kind of threw me off just a little bit, but this time I got it right. So they said, okay, fold that neck facing in half, right sides together. So if I'm going to do that over here, okay, right sides together, what? Okay, and it's like I'm folding it over on itself. I'm going to pin it, and then I'm going to stitch along there, just like I did on the other side. I don't really want to catch the V neckline in my stitching. I'm just going to stitch right on the edge. But here's what's going to happen. This is cool. By the way, I'm probably going to trim this. They don't really tell you to, but so, okay, we've got our neck facing here. The end is stitched together, but we've got all these like raw edges and stuff on the inside. So what if we flip this kind of to the inside, turn it right sides out? Hey, we can cover up the edges, and we can kind of work this around and pin it down. And then they're telling us directions. Where art thou? To stitch along the edge, stitch from the outside, and then we'll have a beautiful edge, all finished. Yeah, I'm gonna do that. Let's get to let's get to stitching this closed, and then we'll get to flipping everything the right way out, pin all the way around, stitch it, and we'll have a neckline. Whew. All right, got that neck facing. Roll to the other side. I'm using kind of a combination of pins and bias tape clips or binding clips. You could use either or both, but I got to stitch this down and then we will have a neckline. And honestly, we have 2 other jobs. I need to try the shirt on and experiment with the sleeve length. I have rolled under just a narrow hem, but I also want to, you know, kind of make a rolled hem all the way around the sleeve, leaving enough space for a little elastic. So I need to make a little tube for the elastic over here to hem the sleeves. And I need to add the elastic. And then I'm just going to do like a narrow rolled hem to finish up the bottom of the shirt. And then we'll have a shirt. Oh my gosh. I do have a little extra fabric. I may end up just like making a really simple belt with it, just in case I want one later. I do love the pattern idea belt, but I haven't tried that one yet. I think I'm just gonna do something simple today. If I do that, I'm gonna get to sewing, and then I gotta show you a few other pieces to this outfit. I was so grateful to find lots of peppermint themed items at my local Joann's. I think these are going to be the perfect things I need to accessorize my very pepperminty outfit. To start with, I got to show you the results of those so super cute peppermint beads. They are glass and they are pretty heavy, but I just strung those on some tiger tail with some clear beads, little extension chain, keeping that kind of a retro short length. I think that's going to be so cute. And then, oh my gosh, the really cute candy picks. I love these because the plastic candies are kind of translucent and glittery. Oh my gosh, that's so awesome. So you can tell I've got some jewelry hardware over here. I've got my E6000 glue. I had to use my wire cutters to free a few of these pieces. But here is what I'm thinking. Let me scoot our necklace out of the way for the moment. Okay. I want to use some of these shoe clips. I actually got these in the jewelry section of the craft store a while back. They're kind of like a clip-on earring backing, but they clip onto your shoe. Let's see. The edge of my plate is not flat, but kind of like that. So I want to take some of these little guys and glue them onto my shoe clips. I think that could just be the cutest thing ever. Okay, so those guys are going to be shoe clips. Then I might use the other small ones and glue just some post earring backings on them. I don't know. Let me just glue that on, kind of near the top. These are a bit heavy, so I'm not sure if they'd be all that comfortable, but I do have, of course, my earring stopper backings as well. So I think we'll try some earrings. And then, oh man, one of these peppermints for sure has to become a pin. I mean, if we're going for a retro look, a pin is a great way to sell that vintage idea. So definitely want to do that. And then I think with maybe the one remaining peppermint, I think I might glue that to this little hair clippy. And to cover up this metal bit, I think I'm going to use some of these little ribbon pieces and maybe kind of glue them into some V's and glue those onto the hair clip and try to kind of cover up the metal a little bit, and then I can put the peppermint more on the, well, flat part of the clip. Yeah, sorry, not working so well right now, but that's the plan, you guys. So let's switch over to time lapse. I'll bust out my glue, and I've got some paper towel, clean up after that, and let's give it a try. Well, here is our finished blouse. Yay! Oh my gosh. I'm loving this. This is so much fun. I have tried wearing it, and yes, it is pretty comfy. I actually love the sleeves. That's one of my favorite parts. They are definitely poofy and very fun, but they're not so poofy that they're obnoxious, you know? Very fun to wear. And I did make a belt, as you can tell, because, you know, overall the shirt is kind of poofy. It is poofy. I feel like with this one, I will probably either tuck it in or belt it if I'm wearing it out over something. So I just had some extra fabric. I just, you know, took a long strip of fabric, or two strips. I think I had two strips, and I kind of rolled it into a tube and sewed it up from my belt there. Keeping it easy, but I just thought that would help me have a few more outfit possibilities with our very pepperminty, poofy peasant top. That is way too many P's. But anyway, let me show you a few ideas of how I'm going to be styling this. Well, I got the belt tied up. I think I'm going to use that for this look. I was originally planning to wear it with a skirt, and then I put the outfit together and I was like, it was okay, but didn't quite match, and it just wasn't quite the right vibe. So I think I'm actually going to take this a little bit more towards like 60s, 70s, kind of working that peasant blouse kind of tunic look. I got some kind of flare leg jeans. They don't look super bell-bottomy here in the picture, but they're a little bit flary. These guys came from Old Navy. And I think I'm going to belt the tunic and wear the flary pants underneath. And then I got a beret. Now, I traditionally have a really hard time styling these. Like, they look great on other people, but I have a hard time with them. So I got this beret that is intentionally smaller. and I will link to the Etsy shop that I found this from. And because this is designed to be more of like a retro 1930s, 1940s style beret, it is a little bit difficult to get it on my head because it is kind of small, but that saying, it doesn't mushroom as much as some other berets. So I'm excited to try that. Of course, I have to bring in some of my holiday bling. I may not wear all of these today, but I'm loving them. I tested out the shoe clips. I wore them one day, and they were really fun. My top tip with those guys are, though, you need to wear them with shoes that don't have an embellishment on them. I tried putting them on a shoe that had little, like, bows on the front, and they didn't stay on very well. But I think a flat-fronted shoe will be great with those. Of course, I got my earrings. Got a little pin. Maybe I can, we'll see. Maybe I can put this on the beret. I don't know. I'm going to try. Got my little hair clip thing. Got some good stuff. I think I'm going to save the shoe clips for a little later because it's been kind of rainy where I am. So I'm going to go outside and we'll see. I may have to wear rain boots because it's going to be kind of wet out there. But I think I've almost got my outfit complete. This is very pepperminty. I got one more thing to add. Oh my gosh. Did I make this whole outfit just so I had an excuse to wear this vintage wool cloak? Maybe. I thrifted this on a fun thrifting trip with some great gal pals this summer. It was very warm outside, of course, when I found this, but I had to buy it. It's so cute. I'm guessing this is probably 60s or 70s. And it is wool. I believe it's made in UK. And I love it. So I have to bust it out. And then I have to experiment and try to wear a beret because it has to go with this cloak, obviously. So those are my outfit plans. Hopefully the weather will give us a little bit of sunshine out there. We'll see. I will show you in a minute what I put together. But hey, guys, if you get behind making your own holiday outfit, going for unique style, give this video a thumbs up and consider subscribing for more fun and festive stuff here from Partners in Craft. As always, you guys, we appreciate you. Thank you for sharing the love. Thanks for being here. Thanks for crafting with us. We love you guys. And I'll show you what this looks like when we're done.